Like most racetracks in America, for the past 4 decades, Firebird Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park has struggled to keep its doors open. Stay tuned as I take you through the history of this unique motorsports park and what the future holds for it. This motorsports complex has gone through multiple name changes. More on that later in the video, but for now we're just going to call it Firebird Raceway. Firebird Raceway is located approximately 18 miles southeast of downtown Phoenix and is located on land leased and in cooperation with the Gila River Indian community. Located on this 450-acre facility, of course, is the drag strip, home of the NHRA Arizona Nationals for 39 years.
Brittany, 375, 324, Austin, both solid, neither driver moves. We've got 2 cars left, and that'll be the final.
A off-road racing course. Multiple road racing courses that hold professional and club events. A track for these guys, I think they're called drifters, the only form of motorsports where you intentionally lose traction to go slower. And a 150-acre lake. No, not this kind of lake, this kind of lake. And in between all the professional races, the track is open most Friday and Saturday nights for the Run What You Brung. Local racers can take their drift car or their drag car out on the track for some good old American fun. Well, it all started with this guy, Charlie Allen. Charlie started street racing when he was just a teenager in Southern California. Soon he turned his hobby into a profession and started professionally racing for Dodge in 1964. These were some of the most interesting years in drag racing, especially when it came to the evolution of what we call now the funny car. In 1964, Charlie raced an altered wheelbase. They called it an altered wheelbase because, as you see here, they would move their rear wheels forward and also the front wheels forward in order to provide more weight on the rear tires for better traction. After the altered wheelbase, then came the evolution of moving the driver to the center and the rear of the car, and then soon after that, a fully tubed chassis with a fiberglass body. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a video on the history of the funny car, and I'll be happy to start working on it. Charlie hung up his helmet in 1971 to pursue his successful construction business. In 1979, Charlie received a call to see if he would be interested in taking over the management of the then neglected Orange County International Raceway in Irvine, California. This is a track that Charlie was very familiar with, having raced there for many years. Charlie struck a deal and began making improvements to the track. By 1983, the track saw its most successful year with record attendance. But even though the success of the track, the Irvine company who owned the land at that time had other plans and would not renew the lease. At the end of the 1983 season, the Orange County International Raceway closed its doors permanently. Charlie, not one to give up, searched all over Southern California for some other land to build a new racetrack. Unfortunately, to no avail. A friend told him about this lake outside of Phoenix, Arizona, that was owned by the Gila River Indian community and had quite a bit of land that could quite possibly hold a motorsports complex. Charlie flew out to meet with the tribal leaders, and after 12 revisions to the agreement, a 20-year lease was signed for a total of 450 acres, including Firebird Lake. In 1985, NHRA held its first national event. In 1987, Firebird Raceway hosted the IMSA GTO race, where Willie T. Ribbs was the winner. He also, to this day, holds the track record for the East course of 56.92 seconds. In 1992, the late Ayrton Senna tested an Indy car, exploring the possibility of driving an Indy car for Roger Penske. 2 years later, he was tragically killed in a Formula One crash in Italy. In 2003, the original 20-year lease was coming to an end, and the track was rumored to close, as it was being reported that Charlie and the Gila River Indian community could not reach an agreement on a lease extension. With the help of the NHRA and other third parties, a 10-year lease extension was agreed upon at the last minute, keeping the track open for another 10 years. In 2009, Arizona State University's W.P. Carey's School of Business, as some would say, performed an economic impact study. According to published reports, the research showed that Firebird International Raceway contributed over $50 million in direct or indirect spending to Maricopa County in 2008. In 2010, the Lucas Off-Road Racing Series began racing on the dirt track. In 2013, the lease was up, and again, by this time it was clear that the Gila River Indian community and Charlie Allen were not going to be able to strike a deal to extend the lease. After February 2013's Arizona Nationals, Firebird International Raceway was to be closed. Again, with some help from the NHRA, in June 2013, the Gila River Indian community announced that they had signed a new lease with a new management company called Copper Train Development Partners. Copper Train and its CEO, Paul Clayton, had recently opened the private road course called the Thermal Club in the Coachella Valley in California. The area where Firebird Raceway was built is also known as Wild Horse Pass, not just because of these horses, but because of these wild horses roaming free in the desert. The raceway was now renamed Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park. In 2021, the Gila River Indian community announced that it will be redeveloping the Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park into a mixed use of timeshares, office buildings, and other entertainment event facilities. This means that the Motorsports Park would be closing its doors for good at the end of the 2023 season. Just like in 1983, the 2023 season, which was thought to be the last season at the Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park, showed record attendance. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think we need any more stinking office buildings. And I guess we're not the only ones that feel that way, because the plans for redevelopment have been postponed. The Gila River Indian community announced that the Motorsports Park would reopen and be renamed Firebird Motorsports Park, paying homage to its original name. Firebird Motorsports Park will now be run under new management headed by Casey Buckman. Casey, also known as C-Buck, knows a little bit about motorsports. Here he is winning the American Sprint Car Series race at the Arizona Speedway, which is now closed, in 2014.
Down there in the red and black parachute. Oh yeah! Hello, Bob. Number 91, look at that. He has got the chip already to catch it.
You put it right in the middle. You can always buy more dishes, but you can't buy one of them.
No, this one's special. I mean, we give a lot of trophies away. This is one that's going right on my mantle. Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations, Casey, and if you're watching this video, Arizona needs a dirt circle track. Since all the other ones closed, it's time to bring one to Firebird Motorsports Park. Just saying. If you're coming in for a race, you can plan on staying at the Wild Horse Pass Hotel and Casino or the Sheraton Resort overlooking the desert with its wonderful pools and water slides. You can also play a round of golf at one of the two beautiful golf courses at the Whirlwind Golf Course. You can hang out at the Rawhide Western Town and have dinner at the steakhouse. Or if you just want to unwind, book a day at the Aji Spa and Saloon. One thing's for sure is that we can never have too much fun, and I am so happy this great facility has stayed open and has found a new lease on life. But this is a reminder for all of us to support our local tracks to help keep them open. Thanks for watching this video. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. I'll see you on the next one.
Goodbye! Okay, I'm good.